Hello everyone, today we're going to draw Barbie. I've seen some of the Barbie posters and some of those like short, what do you call them again? The short videos, promotional material stuff. Are they called previews? Are they previews? I feel like they are, but why do I feel like that's wrong? Anyway, I honestly don't know if I'm gonna watch the movie, but the Barbiecore aesthetic that those videos have is on point. And it really just like inspired me to want to draw Barbie. And I ended up drawing her not just once, but twice. So you're welcome for that. Now, for both of the drawings, I used the poster promotion thingies as reference, but then I drew them kind of like in my own style, except I don't have a style, so joke's on me, I guess. Anyway, for the first one, I did Barbie looking into a mirror of herself, except the mirror doesn't reflect, you just like see through it because it's a Barbie mirror. It's not like a real mirror. And anyway, I ended up deciding to draw her first, like by herself, and then I did the mirror at the end just because I thought that would be easier, because it wouldn't like obstruct anything, and I don't know, it was easier, I think, that way. So yeah, as you can see, this is the second sketch layer that I'm doing, and I decided to do 2 sketch layers and 1 line art layer for this. And I was going to do the lineless work, but it ended up being way more work. I actually like did the base line art, the base like for the lineless art, and then I realized how much work it was gonna be, and I just like scrapped the whole thing because, you know, why push your artistic limits when you can just be mediocre, right? Anyway, this is the line art part, and right here you can see that the dress is already colored. You can see that the dress is already colored because I had done it in the lineless style, and I was too lazy to do it again. Wow, I set the bar really low for myself on this one, didn't I? Anyway, you can see that I did the 2 sketch layers, and now I'm doing the coloring, and I don't really know if I should include both because, like, both sketch layers, because I think if I include just one, maybe I could do like slower and it would be like more accurate to what I'm actually doing. But then I feel like I'm not including the whole process. So I don't know what would be better, to include the whole process or to slow down. I think it'd be nice to slow down a little bit. I don't speed things up all that much, but yeah, I don't know. Just something I'm thinking about. Anyway, if I'm being honest, I'm really not a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Sorry. Okay, I couldn't help myself. Anyway, yeah, I'm not a Barbie girl now, and I was not a Barbie girl when I was a child. As a matter of fact, I wasn't a doll girl as a child for a long time, and then eventually, when I got a little older, I became a Bratz girl, not a Barbie girl. So this video does feel like I am kind of betraying my childhood self just a little bit, but isn't that what adulthood is about, right? Then I went on and painted the line art because I didn't do the lineless one, but I figured I at least should paint the line art, right? I don't know. I also ended up doing a background, which you won't see now. You'll see it in the final drawing at the end because I wanted to add it at the end, I guess. I don't know. But I figured I would push myself a little bit by drawing a bit of a background. It wasn't much. It was like the sky or something. Oh man, the bar set really, really low. But I also drew a bit of a background for the second Barbie because, you know, I wanted to push myself a bit more because really that bar was so low, you know, I was feeling a little guilty, let's be honest. And it was really fun, you know. It was a bit challenging. It was something a little different than what I usually do, but like fun and not too difficult. So like, you know, it was like a good learning environment, I guess, maybe. I mean, I'm not one to tell people how to practice, but I think that this method, I think that pushing yourself just a little bit out of your comfort zone in every drawing will help you get a little bit better. I mean, I'm sure there are faster, better ways to improve or whatever, but I'm not in a race. I'm just doing this for fun. Nobody's paying me to do it, so here we are, I guess. Anyway, back to the second drawing. Not to brag or anything, but my hand really popped off. Like, I don't know what happened. It felt like everything was just going smoothly and like the drawing was turning out nicely and like everything was working out. And I think it might have been because I had already kind of done the first one, so I'd done all the thinking. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I had struggled with the first one so that I walked with the first one so that I could run with the second one. I guess that's why people suggest like warm-ups and pre-planning and stuff like that. It's never worked before, not that I ever do it, but it worked this time, so maybe I might start doing that more often. But I will say, whenever things are just going well in a drawing, I feel like I start to get a little nervous, like I'm waiting for something to go wrong. And I'm like, what's gonna happen? Like, when is it gonna go sideways, you know? But it never really happened with this drawing. I mean, it was like overall pretty good. I will say though, after I like colored the line art and like finished the background and everything, I realized that I was missing like some pixels in the drawing. Like I just had gone past, like I had colored out of the line art and like some things that just looked a little messy. So maybe for next time, I want to try to keep in mind to change the background color to a darker color while I'm adding the base colors, if that makes sense, just so that I can see more clearly. Or maybe I can just be more careful. You know, that could be a thing too. Anyway, this drawing was really fun and like nice. And now I'm stuck thinking that this is not going to happen again for a while, so I guess I should just enjoy it now? I mean, I guess. I don't know. Now we're at the point where I actually decided to add a little bit of the reflection from the car onto Barbie's skin. So I like used a really bright pink and just added it to her elbow because her elbow was close to the car and the car's metal, so like it reflects a lot of light. And I kind of wish I had done more of this, to be honest. I mean, I'm happy with the drawing, don't get me wrong, but like it was kind of fun. Like just adding a random like super bright pink to the elbow. Also, like it just added a nice little variety in the color. I was gonna do it with the bathing suit, but I was too much of a coward to do that. Like, I did not want to mess this one up, okay? But I think I should have. Maybe I'll do that in the next time. Not next time I draw Barbie, because I don't plan to do that again for a while. It was fun, but you know. Now it's time to move on, I guess. Yeah, I think I want to do that more. Anyway, in terms of the background, I keep saying anyway, it's the only thing I ever say. Anyway, I can't help myself. You can see that this background is also just basically a sky. But this background is not just a sky. Haha, I fooled you. Did you believe me? There are trees here too. And that was fun to do. I don't usually do that. It wasn't on the reference picture, but you know, creative liberties and all of that. Yeah, I did the trees and I added some different greens. And then I felt like they were kind of distracting and, you know, taking away from like the limelight that should have been on Barbie because, you know, we should be looking at her, not the trees. So in the end, I blurred them a little bit. And then I went and did the logo, which like, again, not to brag, but like it turned out better than I thought it was going to, like. And it also wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. Anyway, we're coming to the end of the drawing, so you'll get to see the final pieces. Yay!